Hi everyone, this is Raina Carrillo with Purpose and Passion. You already know what I'm about, educating, empowering, and teaching awareness through our special guest. Today, I have this lovely woman in the Lux Media area today. I'm really excited because Barbara Mason, growing up, I listened to her music through my mom, through myself in the 90s. And one day, I Googled Barbara Mason and I seen this beautiful Latina. I said, "What? She's singing Barbara Mason music?" Press play and forever fell in love with her voice, with her in general. So I became a fan. I know I'm too old to be a fan, but I'm a fan. I'm super fan, just like I am for Mariah Carey. So today we have Miriah Avila, the singer. Hey, Mariah! I'm excited. You have no idea.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
To me, it's a dream, right? You know,
Yes.
you find somebody on YouTube singing, and you just feel like, I love her voice. I love her. She's an amazing soul, amazing individual. And then to manifest you, and thank God you are very loving. And what I mean by that, because sometimes when you try to reach out to singers
Uh-huh.
or rappers
Yeah.
or performers or actors, they're not very nice or polite or
Right.
very
Or they won't even
willing.
respond.
Yes, yes, yes. I no response in the DM. And so you responded, life happens. I had the opportunity, as I was canvassing in Inglewood for my mayor
Mhm.
campaign. I met a rapper, and he said, "Here are these tickets." And I was like, "Okay, I'm going to go." I saw your name.
Oh,
And
okay.
he was like, "Well, oh, you like her?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "So you don't like me?" I said, "No, I like everybody on here, but I said I'm coming for her too, to support
Aw.
you, but her too." And he was like, "Okay, here you go. Here goes 4 tickets." So I was able to bring my mom, my sister, me, and my daughter Omara.
Nice.
And boy, you sing amazing.
Thank
And we
you.
were all like, just like, wow, right?
Yeah.
And here you are today
Aw.
on, in Lux Media with Purpose and Passion with myself. So I just want to
Yeah.
say thank you for being the original Mariah you are, because you have a big heart. I can just tell that just by like when I saw you on social media,
Mm.
and also having the opportunity to meet you face to face.
Yeah.
When I hugged you, I felt nothing but love. And it's rare to have that type of love, right?
Yeah.
Just to love people that love you,
Right.
that
Especially if you
admire
don't know
you.
them like on a personal
Yes.
level. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So that's
Yeah.
amazing. So
Thank
to
you.
me, that's like a God given gift, because not everybody is like you, right? So I want you to take the viewers, down memory lane to learn a little bit about you before becoming a singer, right?
Yeah.
And so, where are your parents from and where were you born and raised?
Okay, so my parents, my mother is from San Antonio, Texas.
Yay,
Yay,
Texas.
Tex-Mex. My dad is from Mexico, Aguascalientes.
Yes.
My grandmother, San Antonio.
Hmm.
So, growing up, it was all about my mom. My mom is a single parent.
Yes.
My dad left when I was a really, really young girl, 4 years old.
Yes.
And it's so crazy how, what life happens.
Mm-hmm.
So in that time, and when he, left, I found the love for music. At like 2 years after, I started
Yes.
singing since I was
Yes.
6, 7 years old, and it was like love at first sight with music. And it kept me so busy, and I like to say it kind of saved me a little bit,
Exactly. Yes.
and it came into place at a perfect time, and I've been singing since I was 6 years old.
Yes.
And my mother has been my rock, my biggest supporter.
What a blessing.
And yes, and I'm very blessed because there is people out there that are in the entertainment business and they don't have that support, the family support.
Yes.
And my family has been behind me since day one.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yes, and started singing at 6, 7 years old. 7 out in public. I was doing a lot of charity stuff, TV programs, a lot of
Nice.
Spanish programs. You can probably find me on YouTube.
Yes, I am going to be Googling now.
But I started singing mariachi music only.
Oh, that's beautiful though.
Right. So Backstory. So the first time my mother heard me sing was at home.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was upset. You know, Latinas,
Yes,
we
yes,
start to clean the house when we're upset.
yes, yes, yes.
And I told my sisters, let's do something for mom. Let's, cheer her up. And at the time, it was in the 90s. So Selena was very
Oh
popular. She was
yes.
like,
I bought me a bra with some bling
some
bling on it.
bedazzles on it. Yeah. So told my sisters, hey, let's do this for mom. Let's, sing a song for her, whatever.
Yes.
My sisters were my backup singers. And I was Selena, I was Selena.
Yes.
And we sang Bidi Bidi Bam Bam.
I knew you was gonna say that.
And you
that's
know
the
that part
bomb.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
My mother was like, oh my gosh, do that again.
Yes.
And I was 6 years old. I'm like, okay, all right. Did the song again. My mom called my grandma instantly and was like, Mom, Miriah could sing. And I could hear my grandma, ay, mija, all little girls can sing.
Like no, ma, she can sing.
Yeah, she could sing. My grandmother was in town in Cali by like the following
Yes.
weekend. And my mom was like, you want to do this? And I'm like, I want to sing.
Wow.
I want to sing. And she's like, let's do it. And she put me in there. She was like, okay. Well, she saw the potential and she saw the talent.
Yes.
And yeah, and because of her, I'm here.
Wow.
She has been like my rock. When I'm
That's
down,
amazing,
she's
though.
like, no, you could do it. If I could do it, you could do it.
Oh my God.
Single parent.
Yes.
I'm a family of 6. So
Yes.
and I have a little sister that sings as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So you're paving the way
Mhm.
for your sister. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Oh my gosh. So can we get a little snippet of the bitty bitty bun bun right now? I ain't playing with you. I want to hear that little part.
All right. Yo sé que tienes un nuevo amor, sin embargo te deseo lo mejor. Sing it, girl. Sin mí no encontraste felicidad. Tal vez alguien más te lavará. Hey, como la flor.
I can't sing right now. That was like, no, I'm gonna let you sing it. That's amazing. You have a beautiful voice.
Thank
I love
you.
it. I love it. I
Thank
love it. I
you.
love it. I love it. I'm like, I want to hear a little snippet.
Yeah, and that was so popular.
Yes,
you
it
know,
was.
Selena was like,
She was
it.
amazing.
and she still would have been in it if she was, if
yes,
she
yes,
didn't
yes.
go through that tragic thing that she went
Yes,
through.
yes, yes.
She would have definitely been like top. Like Mariah
Definitely.
Carey, Whitney Houston, like up there.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. Of course. She
So
was
she
an
was a
amazing
big
woman.
inspiration for me growing
Mhm.
up. And then my mother and my grandmother wanted me to stick to Spanish music only.
Yes, yes.
They wanted me to stick to my roots. And
Yes.
I don't speak Spanish.
Yes, I hear you.
So,
Because that's kind of like me.
Yeah,
Like,
and I mean, my mother speaks Spanish, my grandma speaks Spanish, but it wasn't in the household.
yes, and you lose that
know?
language. Because usually back in the days, it was you speak Spanish only at home.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I lived with my grandma.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then you can learn English at school. But
Right.
that's why I only know a little bit
Little.
of Spanish because when I did live with my grandma in Southgate technically Monday through Friday, and my parents would pick me up during the weekend to go back home to Inglewood.
Yeah.
And everything was Spanish. So I only knew what I knew, like, tengo hambre. I knew that. El baño, grandma. And she knew
Yeah.
I was saying take a shower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it was like, so I totally understand.
And
I
all
tell
the bad words.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I want to say one right now. But I tell people like, when you're growing up, I remember people saying, in the 90s, oh, you're a bocha,
Yes.
And it's like, why do you have
And
to
they-
label me?
And they still say that.
Yeah, and it's like, why are you labeling me? It's it's a barrier for me because I try my best to speak. Like I remember walking and canvassing. Inglewood is predominantly Latino community, and I just remember saying, "Okay, mi habla español poquito." That was like letting them know ahead of time,
Yeah.
right? And I was all like, "Okay, yo soy Reina Carrillo, alcorando alcaldesa de Inglewood." I was literally running for mayor of Inglewood.
That's funny.
And they would look at me and they would laugh and they would tell me in Spanish, like, you have a lot of guts,
Yeah.
we're inspired. We're going to vote for you,
That's
you
great.
know? And
That's great.
so I would understand what they're saying in Spanish, meaning like what they're telling me, but for me to talk back was so
To have a
hard.
conversation.
Yes.
So hard.
Yes,
I understood it, and I was like, "What the hell with the conversation?" Ooh,
Yes.
no,
And we're not the
Mom.
only ones
Mom.
alone.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, they wanted me to stick with my Spanish music up until I was about 13.
yes.
And then I was like, I want to sing something else.
Yes.
But I couldn't see myself singing pop music because I felt like my voice just wouldn't fit.
Yeah.
So I went towards soul oldies
Yes, girl.
music.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it hit home for me. And I mean, I love singing my rancheras and my mariachi
Yes,
music
of
because it
course.
hits it
It's the
hits
soul.
differently. It
Mhm.
hits differently.
Yes.
And Spanish music is beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful. But I just felt like I wanna do something different. And
Yes.
I went towards the oldies because I grew up listening to that.
Of course.
My mom was, you know,
Yes.
bumping it down Whittier Boulevard.
Yes,
You know?
I agree because that's my parents were into that music as well, and I remember listening to all these oldies, from Otis Redding, to Barbara Mason, to Al Green, and like people would always say, like my mother's half Mexican, half Creole. So I would listen to more of the soulful, right?
Yeah.
And versus the cholo type, I'm your puppet kind of basic
Right.
stuff.
And there is a difference.
It is.
There is a difference.
It definitely
So like
is.
the Motown, like that,
Yes.
Temptations, Mary Wells, and then we got like the OG stuff.
Yeah, the OG stuff,
yeah.
yes. And when I heard you sing Barbara Mason, I was blown away. And why this is so important to me while you're here too is because my friend Vanjie, that was our song, right? We were friends and we loved it. We used to sing it and drink our beer and just like sing it. And, we come from the Chola era, in the 90s. And, she lost her battle to cancer.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And that's how I discovered you.
Okay.
Because I was listening to Barbara Mason and then I saw your picture and I'm like, she's beautiful. Like, let me see what she doing, and I pressed play and I was blown away.
Crazy.
Like, girl,
I got the chills.
Yeah, I was like, girl, you have soul coming out.
Yeah.
And so forever, my friend has, gone to heaven.
Yeah.
And when I hear your songs, it reminds me of her. And so today I'm just like, I know she's probably in the spiritual realm, like, oh my God, Raina, you got her, you got her on the show. And I know she's really excited because your song, the way you sing that song, Barbara Mason song, is amazing.
Thank you.
And I think it's important to also continue to pay homage for those people that were here singing,
Yeah.
Because it keeps them alive.
Yeah.
And they're alive through us. You know what I mean? And that's so important. It is so important. Like, seriously, it's important to me because sometimes in an era, people don't know who Barbara Mason is, but they know who Miriah Avila is. Yeah. And then once they say, okay, Miriah Avila, and then you're paying homage, it's mentioning Barbara Mason, and people go to Barbara Mason like, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Like you're educating people, the history and paying, homage to these amazing individuals. Your voice is beautiful.
Thank you.
It's amazing. I wish, like, I don't know. Do you know how to sing the Catholic song Ave Maria?
It's been a long time.
But you've done
I've
it
heard
before.
it. Yes.
Okay.
But I was in high school when I did it.
Okay.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, because I love that. I love that song too.
Yes.
I'm like, I cry when I hear it.
Yes.
Because you have soul, so I know that soul will pick it up in there. Like, ooh, you can just feel it in the heart,
Yeah.
And
passion.
Yes,
a lot
passion.
Of passion.
Yes. And this is purpose and passion. Right? And so now that you're this amazing singer, like what is next for 2023 for you?
Ooh, touring. I want to tour. I want to go traveling, hit different states, different cities. I'm already doing it a little bit, but I want to just go big.
Yeah.
Of course the new music is going to be coming out, original music. I do have a band now, so I want to take them with me on the road and just, I just want to do everything.
Yeah, and it's important too because like when you travel to different states and countries,
it's crazy.
It's amazing.
I'm in like when the audience is singing back to you in your own songs.
Don't you feel?
I'm like,
yes, it's mind blowing, but you feel important. Though.
Yes,
it's like, oh my God, you know my song.
Yeah,
like, oh my God,
it's crazy.
It's amazing.
Or just for them to even mention my name.
Yeah,
because I don't know. I'm not. They're like, you're so humble, but I'm like,
yes, you are.
I could walk in the room and be like, whatever. I'm Miriah Avila. I'm like, what?
Yes,
I can't. And I'm very blessed. Yes. I'm very blessed to be able to do what I'm doing and love what I'm doing.
Yes.
And
And that's what's key.
yeah,
Loving what you do. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Loving what you do. A lot of people tell me, like, Raina, if a person with $1 billion said, here goes $1 million, what would you do? I said, I would fund my nonprofit and I would give back
Yeah,
because that's my purpose and
right.
passion to give back, you know?
Yeah,
And so when you do what you love, you found your niche, and your niche is your purpose.
yeah.
And then within that purpose, you have a passion for it, you know,
Mhm.
and your voice will inspire other people.
Yeah.
And talking about inspiring, you know, yesterday I lost my comadre. You know, she's the first Latina in radio.
Oh wow.
She, her name is Josefa Salinas. Yes,
No.
yes, yes,
No.
yes.
I'm so sorry, guys.
No, 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 no. Yeah, I mean, you know,
Oh my
yes,
gosh.
she lost her battle to cancer yesterday, and she definitely was the first Latina in radio.
I
Angelita de la
know
Noche,
her.
yes.
Oh my
So
gosh.
that's my comadre.
I'm
We
so sorry.
I've my story with her is I met her in junior high, and I remember her crystal blue eyes, and she had brought Immature there with Power 106. And I
Yeah.
was in Inglewood, and you know, they were passing out, you know, her posters thing, and she signed it, and I looked at her, and I remember saying, she's going to be my friend one day. And in 2000, I was working for a nonprofit in Inglewood called Stop the Violence, Increase the Peace Foundation. And because of my boss, Khalid Shaw, I was able to meet her face
Yeah.
to face and
Mhm.
tell her my story.
Mhm.
And then she invited me to her home. We sipped some expensive champagne. I don't know till this day what it is, unless I see the bottle. And we been connected to the
So
hip
yeah.
ever since.
Yeah.
And so she was currently working for
Yes, that's how I
104.7.
know her.
Yes. And
Oh my
so today, you know,
gosh.
when we talk about voice, her voice in the 90s put me to sleep. And Angelita de la Noche, her beautiful voice, how she
Yes.
would talk and then play the oldies. Like
Yeah.
I used to tell her, you put me to sleep, and you
Yeah.
had no idea how many people you put to sleep
Very
with that beautiful
very
voice.
soothing, right?
Yes. And so, you know, your voice is powerful, and you're going to touch and reach so many people. People are going to go through depression, anxiety,
Yeah.
loss of love
Oh
because of a
wow.
breakup. And your
Mhm.
music, like, girl, that day you performed at that concert, I literally was in that chair singing my heart out, and the girl to the left, I didn't even know her, she was crying. She
Ooh.
was like, I told her, I said, I don't even know how to sing. She goes, but I felt the passion
Yeah.
behind you singing, because it comes from somewhere,
Yeah.
and it comes from that broken heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, you know, so now I just want you to know that, you know, your voice is powerful. It makes a difference. And so always continue to stay humble. You know what I mean? And so, you know, with that to say, I will miss and I will love Josefa
Mm.
forever. And I can't even use the RIP right now because it
Yeah.
hasn't fully hit me yet, because it's fresh. But I know that as I know about her voice and her talents and her gifts and woman empowerment, I'm taking that energy that she has given to me to give to you, to say, continue to be humble, continue to share your voice with those that need.
Yes, I
Yes.
will do. I will
Yes.
do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a blessing to have this gift that God gave me.
Yes, it is a
And
gift,
I
honey.
try to use it as much as I can, because
Yes.
sometimes I feel like you said earlier, people go through breakups, they just go through depression, anxiety,
Yes.
And I have been in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, like funerals and stuff. I've sang at
Yes.
a lot of funerals in the past
Yes.
3 years because, COVID, pandemic,
Yes.
all that. And I've I don't know, something gets in me and I'm like, I need to stay longer. I need to sing longer. I
Yes.
need to sing longer. And if I could shine some light on
On,
people,
yes.
I'm going to do it.
And that's why I was asking if you could sing that song, because I already know that that was like a spiritual song.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's a devout Catholic,
Yeah.
and it, you know, that would be a very gift, you
Okay.
know, to give to her, you
Yeah.
know. And so that's why I was asking that question, even though you didn't know yet,
Yeah.
you know. But
Okay.
I was already thinking that beautiful voice, and it, for me, it's important now that I know you knew her through 104.7.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I can't
so it's like
believe
paying homage back to her. You know what I
I
mean?
can't believe
I
it.
know. I was hoping for the best, you know.
Yeah.
But she was definitely a warrior. She hung in there.
Yeah.
She fought a good fight. But I know sometimes we come to where we have to meet the creator.
Yeah.
And so she can walk now. Her wound is closed and she's free. And that's
Mhm.
what keeps me with this positive feeling.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I'm not going to lie, I cried like a baby in that
Yeah.
shower. I did. I cried. I played Ave Maria in that shower and I cried like a baby.
Yeah.
I cried like a baby.
Yeah.
And today I'm just like, okay, it's reality, but
Mhm.
she's a strong Libra and she wouldn't want me.
No way, she's a Libra
Yes,
too. I'm a
yes,
Libra.
yes. Yeah, she's a strong Libra, and it was like, don't be depressed, don't, like, don't be sad, like that's the type of woman she was,
Yeah.
like just a strong woman. And it was just
yes.
a true warrior.
Yeah.
True warrior.
Beautiful lady too.
Yes,
Woo!
I know, stunning. And so it makes me think about her, your voice, you know what I mean? It's a connection, it's a connection. And so do you see yourself like, you know, do you sell like t-shirts and things of
Yes,
that nature?
I have a lot of merch. Recently we just released a 45. 45s are vinyls.
Okay.
Vinyls are coming back, y'all.
Yes, I love vinyls.
Yes,
So
and they're
old school.
and they're yes, and they're beautiful. You know,
I
they're
love
just
it.
not black vinyls. They're
Mhm.
colored vinyls, purple, red, you name it, yellow,
Yes.
green. Well, I have about 8 vinyls.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
insane because my grandma, singer-songwriter,
Mhm.
she has her own vinyl too.
Yes.
So I'm like, dang, this is kind of crazy, you know. Grandma did her thing, and like now I'm doing my thing, and now
Yes.
it's like the old school stuff is coming back.
Yes, it
vinyl.
is. Yes,
And
it's including the like, I'm laughing. Well, I'm not laughing, but some people take it offensive. But for me, I'm ex chola, and for me, I don't look at it, because everything's a culture now, right?
Right.
Everybody wants to bring culture back,
right.
and for me, I don't look at it as an insult. I'm just like, wow, I remember when I was dressing like that, and it wasn't a fashion for people to
That's
take.
just the that's
It was
the
just
way.
the hood,
Yeah.
like you come from that environment. And but you know what? I'm a very spiritual person. Have you ever thought about making Miriah Avila cosmetics? Because something is telling me to push on that.
Yes. But I just don't know where to start. I'm like,
Okay.
I think I'd have to throw myself in the fire just to like kick it off.
Okay.
But I love lipstick. That
Okay.
everybody compliments me on. Where'd you get your lipstick? What foundation do you have on?
Yes.
What That's like the number one question, especially obviously with women. You know,
Yes.
like what lipstick are you wearing? And like I've always said like okay, and I do lashes. I'm a lash technician
Yes.
on the side.
Yes.
And
yes.
yeah, cosmetic has always been a thing for me.
Okay.
And I would love to do that. I would
Okay.
love to do it.
Well, I'm happy that's been there because, like, I'm a woman of God,
Yeah.
and I've had a spiritual gift since I was 5 or 6. So when God tells me things, at first when I was younger, I would not say anything because I was like, this is weird. They're gonna think I'm a witch or something, And now that I'm just like, I love myself.
And you know yourself.
And I know myself.
Yes.
Yes. Once you know yourself, it's okay to be yourself.
Exactly.
And so I know that who I serve is the Lord Jesus Christ.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And God
Mhm.
is the creator.
Yeah.
So he gives me this gift and I share with people.
Mhm.
So I would say definitely for 2023, please. And I'll introduce you to some people that are already in the industry.
Okay.
Because I truly believe that I always tell people, this person can have a makeup line, this person can have a makeup line, this person can have a makeup line. It doesn't mean you're in competition because you guys will reach different type of people. We all
Yes.
can eat. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And so with that to say, I have people that I've worked with that have, makeup line.
Okay.
Something is also telling me, which I am a doer, meaning like I do things when I feel something.
Yeah.
So I will, actually Friday reach out to somebody that I know in MAC makeup to
Ooh.
see if there's a
That's what I want right now.
possibility, right? You know what I mean? That they can have a new singer,
Yeah.
artist that is coming out with new music to be the face of this lipstick line or
That would
something,
be
right?
amazing.
Because it's all about culture right
It
now.
is.
You know what I
It
mean? It's all
is.
about culture. It used to be just fashion, strictly fashion, and you would just see a certain type of woman there. Now it's about culture. You know,
Yeah.
it's Rihanna, it's
And that's-
Mariah Carey,
and
it's
that's awesome.
Selena. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And it's awesome to
Yes,
have
it
that.
is, because you can relate. Like you say, oh my God, I'm buying this lipstick because that red matches my skin color.
Yeah.
You know? And
Mhm.
so, so I would say, yeah, definitely I will be connecting you with people
Awesome.
so you can
Thank
do that.
you.
And I would definitely support you.
Thank you.
I would love to support you. And I know your fans will support you.
Yeah.
Because
And they've been telling me.
I know, see?
They've been telling me, Mariah, when are you going to do something? I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Like, I don't know where to start,
Yes. So, how can the viewers find you on social media?
Under Instagram, which is Miriah Avila. I know it's a little different, but that's Mariah. Facebook, same thing, and of course the YouTube.
Yes.
Under Miriah Avila Vivo. So, and you can check out all my videos on there. I've been super blessed. The videos have reached over 2 million views. So,
that's a blessing.
Yes, blessing. It's mind blowing.
Yes.
Every time I go on just to check the views, I'm like, oh my gosh, people are really watching my stuff. It's crazy.
And you know what's beautiful too, that I would love for you to share with the audience, is if somebody is a young girl or a young man that wants to be a singer, what would be your thoughts for them to inspire them?
Don't give up on your dreams. It's really hard, but it's totally worth it. Yes. It's totally worth it. And to keep moving. When things knock you down, just keep moving. Keep moving, and don't give up. You're gonna have little bumps in the road.
Yes, that's life.
But that's just the way it's supposed to be, and that's God's plan. So
yes,
and you'll be fine. Just don't give up. Keep on doing it.
Amazing. Thank you, Miriah.
Thank you,
Avila, for just blessing us with your beautiful voice for Bitty Bitty Bon Bon.
I sing como la flor. Sorry, guys.
Como la flor.
Don't come at me.
And but I'm just grateful to have your beautiful spirit here on Purpose and Passion with Lux Media Studios. Well, viewers, I hope you enjoyed today. This is so vibrant. I have like freaking Miriah Avila in the building today on Purpose and Passion. Until then, see you next time. Peace.
Glutathione is a big word. It's the body's own master antioxidant. It's a scavenger for free radicals, bacteria, and viruses. There are no products in the market with the ingredient NASET. NASET increases the production of glutathione that's in our body already to strengthen and enhance our immune system, elevate sense of well-being, support muscle strength and endurance, cognitive function, and liver support. It helps with increased energy and blood sugar regulation. Get your bottle of GSH Plus from www.salvationnutra.com.